Not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Welcome to New Zealand. Thanks for joining me. My name is Paul Smith. Look at this. I'm up here on the Central Plateau. I was driving back from a vlog and I was looking at this beautiful, this beautiful backdrop here, and thinking to myself, I should stop here and talk about my new book. Instead of doing it in the office and doing it in a studio type setting, I'll do it where I feel most comfortable, which is out on the land, where I do a lot of my photography. So today what I want to do is talk about my new book, which is titled Scenes from the Black Sand. It's a book about, I guess, my time living in and around the west coast beaches of the Auckland area, Kiritai, Sunset Beach, Port Waikato. Those beaches are very unique to New Zealand. Black sand beaches are very unique to New Zealand. I used to call them my street because there was always something going on in them. There was always something happening, whether it be cars racing up the beach, whether it be horses riding up the beach, people fishing, or people just doing stuff, or relaxing. And there was always something going on, and the light was always good there. There's always something interesting to photograph, and it made up a big part of my photography. So what I thought I'd do is basically just go through some of the images in the book and just talk about the stories behind the pictures. Just kind of psych up what happened behind the scenes of it. The first set of pictures, a lot of horses on the beach at Kiritai. So I was walking on the beach one night and come across this family that were just riding horses, young kids, and 2 or 3 horses, and Dad was just in the water with one of the horses, and Mum was with the kids, and it's just a really cool scene, really cool silhouettes, always really cool silhouettes in the evenings down there. So I was just strolling around, and like I say, this family just on the beach. One of these pictures nearly didn't make it to the book. People I know don't like this particular picture here, but I like it. For some reason, I've always liked this image. People have told me the girl looks a bit too overposed, but there was no posing. I just went up behind this girl with the horse and took the picture, and I've always liked it. There's always been something about the image that I've really liked. What do you think about that picture? Let me know. another kind of silhouette image here. Just this family coming up from a swim. This big Samoan guy, big smile on his face, chiseled body and chiseled jawline, and again this really cool silhouette. I took two or three pictures. I always like looking back at the other images that I take, and this is the sequence of images that I took. But I've always loved this picture. To me, it's like a black and white picture with a splash of colour in it, and I just love the blue ring that the guy's carrying. It's pretty awesome. My mate Bay, who was an absolute crazy. This reminds me of another famous picture, not mine, but another famous picture. But I just love the shape of Bay when he's being crazy on the beach. This picture was again taken walking Bay in the morning, I think, and Bay being a bit crazy. And I just snapped this with my Leica, and like the picture. I really like the picture. It's nice. The black sand of Kiritai Beach is lined with these cliffs, and it's a popular place for paragliders and hang gliders. And I just love there's something soulful, there's something quite just peaceful, and these guys are flying these things through the air. There's silence, and it's just quite majestic. And I would often go down to the beach and just see these guys floating around the air, dancing in the skies. And I've taken quite a few pictures over the years, and I took up this page with the 3 images of these hang gliders just again floating through the air, and quite like the makeup of this page. It's quite cool. Port Waikato is a place that I visited a lot, and again, it's actually probably more dramatic than Kiritai, for the sense that Port Waikato is made up of this peninsula that is flanked by the Waikato River on one side and then the ocean on the other. And there's always this amazing light there. And there's a few pictures in this book here that really do showcase that. This guy with his 2 kids, and one young boy in particular. I took a few pictures that day, and I took a picture of the young boy, but I guess because of privacy reasons I didn't include that in the book. But there was a nice distant photograph. His dad with pushchair and him were just playing on the beach, and it was quite overcast day there. The beach was quite quiet. It must have been during the middle of winter, not a lot of people on the beach. I like the effect of having people in the distance and having just small subjects of interest in a picture against a vast background. And I just like this picture, again, taken with my Leica. I just love the colours I get from that camera. Holding hands. This was a picture that I think I was going to go and film a vlog one night, and I was walking down the beach, and there's this incredible mist in the air, like a misty evening there. And what originally took my eye was a young boy that was just in the sand. He was playing in the sand and had his mother there, or his sister, I don't know, a woman with him. And he was just in the sand making these hand gestures, and I was walking up behind him, and that's what initially took my eye. The picture of the boy almost made it as well, but I didn't want to have a crossover of images, so the picture of the boy didn't make it. But this picture had to make it. It's one of my favourite images from the last 2 or 3 years. And again, like I saw this boy doing the hand gestures, and then took a few pictures and carried on walking, and then noticed these people walking towards me, and they were just in the distance. And again, it was just that isolation of your subject, distant isolation, I guess you'd call it. This was just one of those pictures, and I just loved the way I captured the women holding hands in the centre of the image, and there's just a magic feeling about that picture. Yeah, just one of those ones where you just go, yeah, got lucky here. Loads of fishermen around, and this one was taken at Port Waikato on the sand dunes, and just this guy, he was just walking up the sand dunes with his bucket and his fishing rod, and I just love standing behind people and taking pictures and snaps. And this was again a picture I just really like, and I took several images. I've got several pictures of this that I really like. This is probably my favourite of the set that I took. West Coast New Zealand is just so unique, and it's so different. It's so unique to New Zealand, and Raglan is another one of those places that I just love going to. And this sculpture, I've taken a few pictures over the years of the sculpture, whatever it is, and I just like the shapes, the way it sits against the river there in Raglan. Kiritai Beach, again, is one of those things, you either love it or you hate it. Always somebody driving up this beach, racing up there in a car or on a motorbike, and the beach is littered with car wrecks, and the reason why is because people just use it as a road, basically. Somebody been doing donuts on the black sand. I just like the textures of this picture, the textures and the backdrop of the black sand and stuff like that. Sums up Kiritai Beach for me. You either love it or you hate it. Yeah, this is a good picture, I like it. Well, that's the book. That's a brief look at the book, a brief look at a few pictures, a few stories. I hope you enjoyed that. God, I love this country. I love doing this vlog. I love coming to places like this and showing you stuff like this. Isn't it? It's incredible. Just diverting from what I'm supposed to be talking about. Hey, if you want to support the channel, and like I said before, I don't have sponsors on this channel. The way that I want to run this channel, it's really about my photography. It's about what I do as a photographer, and I don't want to be selling you cameras or endorsing gear, talking about what's in my bag, you know, all that stuff. I don't want to be doing it. I just want to be keeping it about my photography. So the idea about these little books that I put out is that they just support my work, and if you get something from my channel and you enjoy what you see here, you learn something or you're inspired by it, the best way you can keep me making these videos and supporting me doing so is to buy this book, for instance. Scenes from the Black Sand is available now from my website. 30 New Zealand dollars, that includes shipping. I'll ship it free anywhere in the world for 30 bucks New Zealand. The New Zealand dollar is pretty weak, so if you live in the US or the UK or Europe, it's about half that, about 15, 16, 17 dollars, that kind of money. And like I say, I'll ship it free anywhere in the world. There's a link here for my shop. Go and check out the link. That'll take you directly to purchase the book, Scenes from the Black Sand. I'll also put a link below for it as well. If you don't use that, you can check the link below. That's Scenes from the Black Sand. Please go and buy it. Please support the channel. I'd appreciate it. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you can. I'd appreciate it. That would be awesome. It's time to go. Time to carry on doing some photography, making more pictures for my next book. I gotta go. Haere rā from New Zealand. Goodbye, thank you, and take care.